Hello everybody. So today we're going to trim all this underbrush stuff out right here. Move this Pontiac Grand Prix to get to that Chevelle right up there. These cars have been sitting in here for years, and we had just cut out around the back of that Chevelle the other day because a guy came to get some chrome trim off from around the back glass, and we had to cut a trail to get into it. So we got that part cut out around it, but for right now we need to cut this other stuff out, move this Grand Prix, get that Chevelle with a loader, set it down here in the grassy area. So I've got some guys here going to take the front clip off of it, and I just love it. I love it when people come to get parts off these old cars to keep their car on the road with, or to restore a car with. Where else are you going to go and find the front clip for one of these old Chevelles? You just don't go to any and every junkyard, salvage yard, whatever you want to call it, and find parts for these old cars. And I'll tell you the difference between the junkyard and the salvage yard. See, a junkyard is it's junk when I buy it, and salvage is it's salvage when I sell it. So you could call it a junkyard, salvage yard, whatever, but a lot of times people sell me these cars for junk. I save the cars, salvage the cars, just for all the good stuff we can get off of, and I will keep these cars for years and years. That Chevelle that they're fixing to get the parts off of, I probably bought that car back in the 90s, and it is still here. Most places just buy a crush and gone. All the salvage yards, junk yards this day and time basically just want to keep 2010 and newer, and I am totally opposite. I'd way rather have this older stuff like this. I grew up with this stuff. I love this stuff. This stuff is sensational. I don't care about this new model stuff. I don't even want to keep this new model stuff. I personally love the old stuff and want to keep it, and it just makes me happy, the customer happy, when they can come and find these older parts that they just can't find anywhere else. So let's get this stuff cut out of here, get the loader over here, and get this thing set out. So we now have all the little trees cut out from around it to where we can set the Grand Prix out. You can see more of the Chevelle now. We're going to take and set this motor out. We'll put it in the motor barn. Shadow in the way there, but this was a factory 6-cylinder car with a 2-speed power glide transmission. This was actually a running car back in the day when I got it. It was just extremely rusty, especially up under the rear. The whole frame towards the back had rusted out. As you can see, the bumper is actually laying on the ground now, and we did not unbolt it. Rear quarters are eat off, the trunk bottom and stuff is just gone. But the bumper and stuff has just fell off. The whole rear frame section just fell down under it. And being a 4-door car, used to, nobody wanted it. Now, we're selling all kinds of parts off of it for the last several years. Everything you see missing, we have sold as far as the tail lights. I think those went several years ago. Window trim, the guy came and got because he said he couldn't find it anywhere. A lot of interior pieces. Set the hood off of it, and then a good hood as well. The hood is actually set, and we set it on top of that LTD for the moment till we get the rest of the front clip off and then get it loaded up. A really good hood. So we'll go over here now, get the front end loader, get these things set out of here, and commence getting the front clip off of it. So let's go get the loader. So we've got over here with the loader. Gonna go ahead and set these things out of the way, remove the one. Get a little more straighter with it here. I was telling you guys how rusty this thing is. The back bumper is still on the ground. That rear frame section pulled out from under there. That rear frame section or gas tank pulled out from under there. That is how rusty this Chevelle is. There's the whole rear frame section, back bumper and all. That's just come out from under the car. Rusty, rusty. Let's back up here just a little further. You got a boat you want to get over here? Take a couple of those hard to get boats out while I've got it lifted up. If we can get them to come out. Back her up here a little and set her down. Let's pull back up that way a little just to get my rear end to swing around. Be out good enough for you right there? We'll pull up here and we'll hook a chain on that motor and set that motor out. Right, we'll get turned around, go back and set the motor out of it. Pull back down here, hook the chain to that motor. See if we can get it, set the motor out. We'll take it and put it down in the motor barn here. As soon as we get a chance. Be good for that. Let him get the chain hooked up on it. All in a day's work, guys. All in a day's work. I love it. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. This is all I've ever done all my entire life. And like I said, I just absolutely love it. Couldn't imagine doing anything else. As soon as he gets that chain on there, we'll get this motor set up out of there. Ready to pull forward a little? Down. The motor is about as long as the hole under the hood is, and it's got in there sideways, laid back in there sideways, still standing up. We'll let him go ahead and re-hook it. I need to tilt my fork down, that chain's gonna slide. We'll take her up here and set it down for now. We'll just set it right here until we get ready to take it down to the motor barn. Got her unhooked. Now we'll let them get the front clip off the car and then we'll set the car back in there. It's got the little motor sitting on the ground here. Like I was saying earlier, that was an extremely good motor. I'm going to take it over and put it in the motor barn. Just leave the loader sitting here until they get the front clip off of it. Then I'll set the car back up in there where the car was sitting at. But I'm going to leave it up to them now to get the front clip off of it. We'll go from there. They have the front clip off, loaded up, strapped down, hood in the back of the truck. And they're going to go put this on another car. And like I said, I just love it when other cars come back to life and get back on the road, because I can help them out with these parts right here like this. We'll go back there in a minute, set the car back in where it was sitting at, and put the loader back up. So we're fixing to bring the loader back down here, pick this thing back up. We'll stick these front wheels back on it and set it right back up there where it was just sitting at. And then we'll pick the Pontiac Grand Prix up, set it right back here where it was sitting at as well. Then I've got to run the motor down and put it in the motor barn. But I'm fixing to get back on the loader right now, get that done. Now I have this little project over with. But if you guys like this kind of content, please go to my channel, subscribe, hit that like button, and ring that notification bell. Hope everybody has a sensational day.